So good morning, everybody. My name is Dan Massey. I'm the senior consultant in a construction technology company called ThinkProject. And what I'm going to talk about today is about how we can create a connected data ecosystem throughout that asset life cycle. That's something I'm very passionate about, coming from industry, working for 18 years in the construction industry, to understand the effects of that in terms of trying to manage the use cases like document management and class detections through BIM models, to then think more holistically about the movement of data in a more ecosystem mindset. So I'm delighted to be here at ThinkProject. We're also very happy to share the capabilities that we can offer with this developments that we've got. So ThinkProject is a European leading construction technology company, and we've been working for over 23 years now, and we have projects and users in over 60 countries. And over the years we've enabled significant and iconic projects such as what we can see here. So ThinkProject can maintain that asset life cycle through the connect data capabilities of plan, construction, handover, operate, and into deconstruction. And that's managed through connecting those data to provide better capabilities. And we do that through a connected services called ThinkProject Cloud. Okay? Recognizing that clients and third-party data and third-party solutions that are perhaps disconnected. So with ThinkProject Cloud, we have open ecosystem, allowing us to offer that harmonious and collaborative approach to provide that reliable base for holistic decision making. And the reason why I say that, the asset life cycle is typically like, as it moves through the different exchanges, key information and data is lost in that as it transforms from plan, build, and operate. And we need to overcome that capability to ensure that we are in the right place to manage that better. Okay? So what is the impacts of that? Well, for the asset owner, typically it's poorly performed assets. But for the supply chain, it's errors, delays, and in some cases litigation due to poorly performed contractual obligations or poor record keeping. So ThinkProject offer modules around those use cases to overcome that, and more importantly, manage that process between plan, build, and operate, and maintain that data. So as we start in the plan and design phase, of course there's several use cases there. When it comes to BIM management, rather than having a stack of tools, point tools, ThinkProject has an integrated BIM management module that incorporates all the solutions offerings in a single capability, such as class detection. So we're able to take in the design models, import them into our platform, and predetermined class detections. And then obviously, before we can do assessments and completion of those works, and we can organize design coordination meetings around that. Okay? And once we've got obviously the clash-free design, we can start to look at other use cases available again with the integrated BIM management module, such as 4D sequencing. So we're able to obviously take the project schedule and link the line items to the model objects. And then we can start to investigate that and see whether there's any kind of pinch points within the program, and start to remove and mitigate those. Okay? And of course, whilst we're in this kind of aspect of the model, we can maintain that 4D model during delivery phase, in terms of being overlaying the planning and resource schedule to start giving us earned value analysis. So as we move to the build phase, we can switch to the mobile device, taking with us the information that we got from the planning phase, and start to enrich that information with more data in terms of defects, progress tracking, and obviously delivering that digital record. And obviously, on that same stretch of the carriageway here, apologies. Oh, pressing the wrong button. Apologies. Doesn't seem to do the animation for this, unfortunately. Okay. So on that same stretch of the carriageway, we can obviously progress those inspections and those capabilities to have more compliance and more progressive capability to enrich the drawings and the documents and the models with data, rather than having ad hoc and disconnected Microsoft documents that are quite static. So it starts to centralize that data. And of course, within our BIM capability, we're able to apply visual communications against the model assets in terms of having color profiles on those components in order to monitor and track how we are performing on site. Clear status and indication of how that stage of completion is being captured. And as we near the end, as we start completing the construction works, we can start progressing and developing the as-built data and the O&M information, be that metadata-wise or documentation, video links, or web links. Essentially, doing that all-important digital record of enriching that information as you progress to understand what's been installed, but also the performance characteristics. So as we come to the end of that build process, ThinkProject has a smooth handover process into the operate phase in order to maintain that asset for the life cycle. Our ThinkProject Asset Management System provides the maintenance or management and asset management, decommissioning, and IoT connections, and all through a map-based interface that blends drawings and BIM models and GIS data. For example, if we take this project from Germany in terms of the substation, we can investigate the design and construction point asset data that's been captured with their mobile application, again enriching it with O&M data and asset build data. And with that same data, we can start to move that into the point asset cloud of the asset management system and start to manage it more proactively from the beginning, from the get-go. And obviously with that information, we can manage the 3D aspect, understand the planning and resource around that in terms of inspections, or perhaps maybe the IoT sensors have triggered an alert that requires some kind of action to be carried out. Having access to the BIM model gives us context. And as I said from the outset, one of the reasons why we seek to digitize our activities is to gain insights at the end of the day. Understanding how we perform and reporting all that data, to be able to track that in terms of capabilities, resource for today and also for the future. We're able to get those kind of critical questions and understanding of how that project's performing. And we can mix this data with our ThinkProject cloud with third-party analytics and have that cross-product analytics to understand better insights of how's the project performing, what's the quality assurance, where are we with critical defects, do we have the key information we need, and how we're performing commercially, and so on. All those types of questions can now start to be answered with ThinkProject Cloud. So I'd like to go to this next stage in terms of what that progression of TP Cloud and the capabilities that we have that can improve and provide more insights, but also more efficiencies. For example, 5 minutes left? No problem. Yeah, I can sum it up pretty quick. Thank you for that. In terms of the data sometimes disconnected, we have that a lot with, in particular, the contract management world against the field solutions. Okay? So what if we were able to combine those two worlds, two separate worlds, purpose-built platforms together in order to gain insights on how being able to align data captured out in the field to be available within the contract realm, combining both project and asset-centric data, and avoiding that lost time to evidence site works in a seamless way. So what does that look like? Let's have a look at that quickly in this clip. So what we're seeing here, we've already seen the field application capturing the data, but we're now witnessing the contract management system where we can surface that data in terms of that field information. And we can see a list of those site observations, whether that's health and safety, defects, quality, you name it. Then to be a direct link into that capability to see that photographic evidence, those comments, those statuses, and start to really enrich that. And progressing that capability further is the ability to assign those site observations to the contract event. And there seems to be a huge hoover behind me. And then, apologies. So that's really significant, being able to enrich your contract events with that site information. Okay, we can simply select the observations of interest and attach that to the contract event. And of course we have file integration, which is sometimes a big disconnect from contract management, is CDE and field solutions to be able to service that data. So we can do that as well. And our last use case is 2D and 3D models to be serviceable via the contract management tool. Thank you, Joe. So yeah, from this we can just simply click those links to view that 2D model or the 3D model in relation to that contract. Okay. Well, thank you for your time. Appreciate that. And should you have any questions, feel free to ask or go over to our ThinkProject stand.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, John.
Much appreciated.
No problem.